quiet for this section, though.
We already started. Well, good morning, mademoiselles and messieurs. Mystery Man 64 at your service, and welcome to the extra stuff. So, you've collected the succulent series. Plunge into the juicy world of alien cuisine. Sales pitch. You've collected the Xenoflora series. Botanists will fog their spectacles over these wonders. You've collected the Paleontology series. Who knows what beasts left these behind? You've collected the Ancient Secret series. This old junk will make romantics weep with joy. You've collected the Tortured Artist series. Everyone's inner artist will crave this set. You've collected the Modern Amenities series. Advanced technology or worthless junk. You've collected the Space Lab series. These designs transcend intergalactic cultural barriers. You've collected the Crystallized Emotion series. What are emotion? With a flashy name, you can sell anything. You've collected the Dream series. Consumers hear the word dream and open their wallets. You've got the Blast from the Past series. My nostalgic pitch will transform these oldies into hits. You've collected the Massive Receptacle series. Hawkitations could practically live in these. You've collected the Ancient Ad series. These persuasive logos are imaging attention grabbers. You've collected the Art Logo series. Indecipherable symbols are all the rage these days. You've collected the Titan Dweevil series. Etymologists and film directors will buy them by the whole load. So, first off, go over King of Bugs in Olimar's journal.
Louis is back. Somehow he survived the horrific ordeal of a freakishly large weapon-wielding Titan Dweevil. I entered a hole of an army of ferocious Pikmin, finally determined to save Louis from Titan Dweevil. But it seems that he was perfectly fine all along. I can't understand how he managed to avoid being eaten. He's always had an unusually close connection of insects, and I know he loves to cook them. Maybe he wasn't kidnapped after all. Could he have been controlling that beast all along? No, that's craziness. Although, he does insist now that we address him by the proper title, the King of Bugs.
Alright, now go to the Piclopedia and go to the Titan Dweevil entry. Yeah, that's Raging Longlegs, and then you have Titan Dweevil, so Olimar's notes.
Titan Dweevil! Monarchino Gargantuan Dweevil family. A large member of the Dweevil family. This ferocious predator carries protective components that frequently exhibit offensive capabilities. An evolution that may be attributed to mere chance. Another evolutionary theory is that the chemical contents of the containers carried by Titan Dweevils contribute to possible gene splicing. While other Dweevils do not seem to choose the object they carry, the Titan Dweevil appears to prefer shiny objects above all others.
Yeah, and then go to like
eaten raw. This predator's luxurious legs are bold and full of flavor. What a satisfying crunch.
And then if you go to the normal Dweevils, you'll see that Olimar says that they're harmless. Yeah, these are all the bosses. So the Piclopedia has always been one of my favorite things, so yeah.
Fire deal. Now Paleon Dweevil Player. Remember the Dweevil Player known for carrying objects of astounding size on their backs, then mimicking them. The fire deal is one species in this family, and generally, this is a very gentle insect that feeds on grass nectars, but when faced with danger, the fiery deal ignites flammable internal gases just out its jaw and spews scorching flames. As it clearly makes a rather dangerous insect, it is best not to linger directly in front of it.
So yeah, it is harmless unless provoked, all of them, except for maybe this one.
Multi-Dweevil, Microdia Explodius Dweevil family. The volatile Dweevil is one member of an insect family known for mimicking exhibits a most unusual characteristic whereby the creature's behavioral patterns actually change based upon the object the creature carries on its back. The volatile Dweevil has one of the most potent attacks of all species within the Dweevil family. Due to its inhabitant carrying explosive devices, approach with caution and or body armor.
But yeah, the rest are harmless unless provoked, including the Titan Dweevil. What Olimar said when is like, could Louis be controlling him? It is heavily, heavily supported that Louis was controlling the Titan Dweevil. Yep.
Empress Bullbox, Oculus Matriarchia, Grub Dog family. Initial observation placed doubt on the capability of the Grub Dog family to support a strong ant or bee-like soul structure. A recent study showed the family is capable of such complexity. The egg sac of the larger female grub dog within a given range swells to dramatic proportions in response to environmental changes such as the sudden depletion of prey species. These females temporarily take on the role of pack matronyms. Also, in pack formation, it has been observed that nearly all males non-evolved species reproduction undergo natural sex changes. The characteristics of such specimens are quite intriguing indeed.
And Louis' notes. I think you only get Louis' notes for
For
like
a sophisticated delicacy, make a petit foie gras from this massively obese creature's liver and spread it over a sesame cracker.
Yeah, all of Louis' notes is how to eat these creatures. So, once again, if you go to the water wraith notes.
Waterwraith, amphibic sapiens, unknown family. All that is known about this creature stems from a few sightings deep underground. All port sightings feature the same core set of details. A giant vicious form with a clear, hazy sheen, not unlike hard candy. One theory holds that it may be the ectoplasmic incarnation of a kind of psychic phenomena, but as is usually the case of such theories, it's very difficult to prove. All witnesses report being suddenly overcome with fear upon sighting the creature, approaching a state of panic and near insanity. In fact, every report contains an inordinate amount of extremely vague details, which has led to suspicion that exhaustion and fear have caused some simple natural phenomena to be viewed as a living creature. Inevitable, known to cause mass hysteria, followed by leg spasms and eternal thunderings.
Yeah, because the Piclopedia is just always one of my favorites, because if you use the pick carrots on them, you can see how they attack or deal with things. Yeah, you can even aim them, and you can keep throwing. Although for some of these, just seems to not interact like at all with some. But then others, you can clearly see. And then you can see how they attack. So it's just such a cool feature and mode. You can see how many Pikmin it eats per thing. It's just so cool.
Just look at it go.
So yeah, it can really.
Emperor Bullbox, Oculus Supremus Grub Dog family. The largest member of the Grub Dog family is normally found buried in the ground, with only the stalk of his eyes exposed. It used to be the back. This camouflage allows the predator to surprise smaller creatures. He can use its long and adhesive tongue to catch a prey. The thick hide and angular hum give the organism a distinct rock-like quality. During the rainy season, moss grows freely on its hump, making it nearly impossible to distinguish this lethal predator from a stone. To prep the tongue for cooking, marinate in olive oil and chop the cube. Stir in a pot with carrots, potatoes, and chives. Cover and simmer over low heat for several hours. Accompany this mouth-watering rustic stew with a hearty roll. Giant breadbug. A serious gigantic breadbug family. This gargantuan species of the greater breadbug family has a torso perfectly square that almost seems like it was formed in a mold. For a brief period after birth, the giant breadbug competes for food with smaller breadbugs. Upon reaching maturity, it seeks out much larger prey. This is the primary reason that two species with similar feeding habits can coexist in the same habitat. Hordes of Pikmin appear to pose the only plausible threat to this massive creature's life. Although cooking this colossal beast yields amounts of the meat, every ounce of it is flavorless, only suitable for intergalactic all-you-can-eat buffets.
This is a silly place.
Where's the regular?
So you can even see like the bulb men.
Where's the regular?
Oh, go over the jelly floats.
Here's the regular breadbug. Breadbug, Panthera's gluttony. Breadbug family. The adult breadbug competes for many of the same food sources as the Pikmin, with thick skin hide allows it to withstand most Pikmin group attacks. However, some researchers claim to observe breadbugs being overwhelmed by massive numbers of Pikmin and reduced to food. Breadbugs are hearty and nutritious, but also bland and unimaginative. They may be fightable in a pinch, but they hold no true culinary promise.
Yeah, the jelly floats. Lesser spotted jelly float.
Let's spot jellyfoot. Caphelius dotilium, jellyfoot family. This native jellyfoot is indigenous to the region. Unfortunately, it is currently endangered, as its habitat is being overwhelmed by hostile immigrant species.
Insane.
Similar in taste and texture to gelatin, this jiggling mass of jelly can be sculpted into all kinds of creative shapes. As a bonus, it also doubles as professional grade hair gel. It's the perfect cool summer treat. Greater spotted jellyfoot, Cephalius vortexia, jellyfoot family. Vivid pink coloration is the most noticeable characteristic of this floating life form. This immigrant species is not native to the region, having appeared to have recently arrived on wind currents. The luminescent organ in its head attracts prey, which it then sucks out and consumes with its lower orifice. Unlike jellyfish, the jellyfloat's tentacles do not have nematocysts, so there's no danger in touching them. Like a fine cheese, the aroma of this fluid floater can be oppressive, but its flavor must be experienced to be believed. Also makes it unforgettable non-dairy spread.
Yeah, zoom in and listen for a little bit. I don't know if it's these ones or the lesser ones, but sometimes it feels like they're like doing a little song.
Yeah.
But yeah, these things are pretty cool. I love the jelly floats.
Alright, what about over here?
Yep, and you only got Olimar's journal / sales pitch. So you can see how they're trying to sell some of these things. Fate's tapestry has unrivaled. Tomorrow weeps. Romance has fallen. Love is madness. To mend the rift between two cross lovers, this is the ultimate weapon in Cupid's arsenal.
What a perplexing plant. It appears to be carrying two different types of berries. They must be a rare species of fruit. Both have odd traits. One seems to be a suppressant while the other is a stimulant. It's not easy to tell which is which. I better be careful of them. I should also warn Louis, or else he may try to bake these berries in the pie.
What's Louis' sales pitch if he has one?
Oh, is this guy?
No, Louis, you were on Cupid's Grenade. What's the King of Bugs' sales pitch if he has one? Yeah, what's the sales pitch? A new employee of Hawkatite Freight. Louis is often silent. Nobody knows what thoughts lurk in his mind. He appears to operate on the same wavelength as insects, often with dangerous results. After he was kidnapped, he somehow managed to hijack a colossal insect's brain.
How does he do it?
How does he do it? I also love that Louis is only 10. That Louis is worth very little.
I think he'd be worth 100,000 after that nonsense.
No. Oh yeah, go to the Doomsday apparatus or whatever. It's the giant weight that you needed 100 purples to carry.
Where are you? It's a lot of this stuff. Here it is.
Yeah, the Doomsday apparatus.
Perplexing mysteries are often solved in unexpected ways. When I was studying its item earlier today, I was astounded at its unbelievable bulk. It was so heavy, I would have never been able to move without my burly purple Pikmin. Later analysis indicate this thing is in fact some kind of heavy artillery.
An apocalyptic weapon made of super heavy gravity compressed materials of unknown origin. The fact that its great weight makes it uncontrollable is at times a mild detriment. Because if it were to drop for them, it probably would be like a nuke.
This is just fun stuff. We can look at all this and this.
Man, I love this stuff. This stuff.
What is this? I've found countless treasures on this expedition. Well, I've never seen anything like this. All I can say about it is that's both astounding and absurd.
Because it's Princess Peach's crown. Amazing. More than amazing. It is so overwhelming that my CPU is acting. Rebooting. What's a spectacular fun? Princess Peach's crown. Just some of this stuff is so fun to just comb through. Again, I love the Piklopedia for this. You get to just see all of this silly stuff.
I gotta know this. My son tells me that this type of figurine is all the rage of the kids. The strangest things amuse kids. When I was a kid, we were lucky if we were allowed to even talk about figurines. P.S. When I found this figurine, it had been placed so that it was protected by a wall of flame. My research isn't complete, but I think it may have been a shrine of some kind.
This looks exactly like the gyroids that have become so popular on planet Hockatate. Its pitiful expression is beloved by the Hockatate youth.
According to my analysis, this advanced contraption can reflect the future of those that peer into it. However, when the president looked into it, he saw total darkness. He said it must have been broken, but I'm not so sure.
Is the future bright or dark and dreary? If you are worried about tomorrow, this is for you. This multidimensional crystal visualizes the branches of time and displays the future.
This is fun stuff to look through.
Isn't it? I just love this.
All the plants in this region have interesting characteristics, like this freakish one, for example. Lately, I've started a habit of tasting new discoveries. Maybe dangerous to eat unfamiliar plants, but I've only got violently sick a few times.
This mutated gourd of titanic proportions is filled with bad seeds. A score if you adore revulsion.
Yeah, because it's all raw and stuff. I like donuts. I've toiled long and hard to collect all these tasty treats. Surely, it won't matter if I bring one back for my daughter as a souvenir. She loves snacks.
A comfy, not too sugary bed. Youngsters who sleep here will have the sweetest of dreams. So they use it as beds, or that's how they're sales pitching.
This is fun.
But yeah, the Piklopedia is just one of the coolest things.
This island came from the personal treasure hoard of a massive Pikmin devouring fire. The whole cave was crawling with all kinds of fierce creatures. I decided to name that eerie cave the Citadel Spiders. The ship can't stand bugs. Whenever I ask get the store specimen for salvage, it threatens to stage a mutiny.
First of all, the beady longlegs doesn't eat anything, it squashes them. This shape, I have encountered it somewhere before. No, I must be mistaken. Yes, I am mistaken. Plots like these strike all who see this Kabbalistic form. You can feel its immense power. So, why don't we go over the Dweevil weapons?
The Sharker was one of several weapons wielded by the nightmarish Titan Dweevil. It allowed the creature to smite Pikmin with zaps of lightning.
This nanotech device gathers negative ions in the atmosphere and converts them into energy. It then releases that energy, zap, use it to relieve muscle soreness and joint stress. One warning, however, it does render the user unconscious.
Yeah, kept whacking me under unconscious. What do you mean it's nanotech? You can clearly see it. The scorching mechanism was once used by a monstrous Titan Dweevil. And the roasting apparatus spews hot jets of flame. Can't keep moving away from it. He keeps trying to use it to cook sausages and caramelized creme brulee.
Creme brulee.
Creme brulee.
In the compressed air cylinder of this flamethrower, liquid gas is lit, producing the fire that gives the weapon its name. It is very dangerous, and good kids know not to play with it. In case you wonder, it cannot be used as a substitute for a spaceship's rocket and should never be used to cook sausages. Never.
Omar talked about it. Comedy bomb. This fiendish component was used by the Titan Dweevil. Although it was once a primitive chemical weapon, it is now a weapon of mass hilarity.
You cannot see it, you cannot smell it, yet this weapon would steal your life given the chance. At least it used to, until I shrewdly exchanged its poison gas for hilarious laughing gas. Crafted with an eye for safety, it is the funniest weapon ever devised!
Still looks harmful. This savage water pump was just one of many weapons wielded by the Titan Dweedle. This pump is capable of spraying jets of hyper-pressurized water.
This item automatically detects subterranean waterways, even if the water is buried a mile deep. This monster pump draws liquid any distance, and its almost uncontrollable power is fantastic.
And we are gone for the King of Bugs.
It's just so good.
Can't forget these guys.
Yeah, the wogs.
Yellow Wollywog, Inferiorius fraudinium, inferior tuber family. This magnificent specimen has the brightest gold coloration and the greatest lateral spots of any member in the Amphituber family. This species seems to have lost some swimming proficiency with the evolutionary adaptation that grants the greater jumping ability. The Amphituber inhabits aquatic shallows and shows instinctive drive to jump upon squash smaller creatures.
This is not an amphituber. I am the tuber.
Beer batter and deep fry for a down-home flavor you won't soon forget.
I assume that's like deep fried frog legs.
Wollywog, Empiricarius albino, Amphituber family. It's believed that juvenile Wollywogs were once carried by underground current at the caverns where they thrived in the dark habitat. This troglodytic species of Wollywog's coloration results in generation of cave dwelling and lack of sunlight. Comparative difference between the size and shape of this Wollywog and other species are thought to be the result of natural selection at work, choosing traits better suited to life in the subterranean environment.
Yeah, this stuff is super cool.
Wollywogs are best ground up, shaped into a patty and flame boiled on a grill. Slap on tomato slices, lettuce, onions, ketchup, and slide the patty between a sesame seed bun for the ultimate Beast Burger experience.
Mr. Beast Burger.
Pellet posy. Nebulous nutrient pellet wheat family. In the stem of the pellet posy, one can observe the muscle fiber unique to half plant, half animal species such as the Pikmin and candy pot flowers. The pellet posy is a species that can be considered a close relative. Although the ability to crystallize nectar is unique to a small group of the pellet wheat family, the fact that these plants reach maturity so quickly that their pellets contain such high concentrations of the natural nutrients in the soil explains why the Pikmin and so many of the other indigenous species are so reliant on these pellets for sustenance. On a quest for the perfect os d'ovio,
It's hors d'oeuvre.
slow cook this plant in a wood fire oven, but be careful to only serve the tender pellet. So much stuff.
Yeah, I love it. It's just one of the best features.
And Mr. Iconic himself. Red bulbor, Oculus Kageyami rustus grub dog family. This large organism has the familiar mandibles and cranial morphology of the grub dog family, as well as the characteristic bulging eyes. As with most grub dogs, the creature's cranium comprises half of its total length and girth, showing a scar-like abdomen with white spots. This creature is primarily nocturnal, choosing to prey upon smaller creatures returning to their nest. Originally classified as the spotty bulbor, further research has reclassified the species as the red bulbor. Subspecies of varied class have recently been discovered, but academics are divided into two rival camps over how to handle their classification.
It's like scientific stuff. It's so fun.
Plump specimens are best spit roasted whole, stuffed with a lime and a slab of bacon. Fast frequently to ensure magnificently moist haunch.
Yeah. And then if I had the ability to, I would show off the thing with, if you do all of the challenge mode stuff and get them at like either all white or all purple flower, you get Louis' dark secret, which basically shows off that, yeah, he was the one that ate the gold pick carrots.
Wait, where do you, let's do it. I want to see that dark secret. How do we do it?
I mean, I might just edit it in at the end to show it off because, you know, you have to do like all of the challenge mode
How hard
stuff.
the challenges?
I don't know how hard they are. It's just tedious and just like, I'll just throw it in at the end.
Yeah, I'm definitely watching that video. I need to know what really happened.
Yeah, it's just a funny thing. Like, yep, nope, he was the one that caused all of this. But I believe this is the end of Pikmin 2. So I literally have no idea what the next thing is. Like,
we could go again for the third time, or we might see something new on the horizon.
Who knows? Only I can really tell. But thank you all so much for watching. As always, I'll see all of you in the next one. Until then.